Hey guys, it's Jimmy Bremner and Dexter the boy. CTOA, and we're on the Urban Trail, the 416. And I said on Wednesday I'll bring you an update from some gear that I got from SHOT Show. Still waiting for some of it to arrive because I just use carry-on. Yesterday, like I said, I'm healing, okay, and dealing with some health issues. So yesterday you looked at the bag and you're all very observant. And you said, well, what's in the water bottle pouch? Well, it's this power drink for older people. So that's what they've got me on right now. I find it kind of funny. It doesn't taste bad. I'm going to guess Sunday night. There was some gunfire around the homestead. Maybe, less than a block away from my home. This is a fairly upscale, middle up neighborhood that I'm in. Been here for 40 years or more. And apparently an individual in his 50s was wounded and was in the hospital recovering. So I'm not sure if it was a home invasion, or an attempt to get a vehicle or something like that. But it's totally unacceptable. And, you got to think about your safety, when you're out on these trails, when you're walking the streets of Toronto. It's not Toronto the good anymore. You read it in the paper every day. You should probably travel in groups. Always have your cell phones, have places to meet, have code words. Something doesn't feel right, it's not right. Your body's never wrong. Your body's never wrong. So if something doesn't feel right to you, you should go the other direction, or just not go to that establishment or ATM or whatever it might be. So that leads me to this. It's going to take, even with gunfire, it's going to take the cops, half an hour to get to you. The medics and the firefighters will probably be there before you. The reason our homicide rate isn't as high as it could be is because we have the best medics and firefighters in the world, period. They're awesome. I got to work with them a lot over the years, and they're actually fantastic. And again, I talked about my, having a bit of a health issue right now, but I actually got to, instead of taking somebody to the hospital in an ambulance, I got to ride in the ambulance to the hospital with the IV and everything in me. So, twist of fate there. But I'm recovering. They're putting it down to just, exhaustion and things like that. I'm back at the doctor tomorrow, so no worries, we're good. I'm on the mend. But they're really good at what they do, so where am I going? I'm not carrying a lot in this bag because I still can't carry weight, but I have a small bag, and at the very least, I have my rescue tool, Swiss Army rescue tool, and this is made, it's a one-hand opener, serrated blade, and it's made specifically for first responders. So that's a tool that you can get under your pants and seat belts and things like that. Cut it very quickly, and then not worry about cutting your subject, your victim, what have you. I carry an Israeli bandage. I also carry a tourniquet. I carry a sanitary pad because it's lightweight and compact, and in my urban kit, that's usually what I carry. If I'm wearing cargo pants, I can carry these things. My roll of tape. You can see that very well. And this sponge tape, which acts really well as a Band-Aid because it's stretchy, and once the tension's on it, it seals on itself. So you don't necessarily need like a combat bandage, although the Israeli and the Oleus have the, actually have the tampon on it to soak up fluids. But again, in a pinch, these three things will do the job for you, right? And then some tape. And you got to make sure you've got a good rescue tool with you, a good knife, and you're pretty well set to go. There's a course online you can take. It's called Stop the Bleed. It's kind of a lower. It's a good course, but it's not TCCC. But it is a good course. I suggest that you take it and understand it. And understand this, there's nothing in the typical first aid kit that you'll find in the back of a car or, under your kitchen sink that's going to help you with anything short of a boo-boo. Like something that probably doesn't even need a bandage on it. A bandage is more of a psychological thing that you've done something. But just coming through the brush here, picked up a little nick on my hand there. It's already clotted. Am I going to put a Band-Aid on it? Probably not. Not going to worry about it. I'll put some alcohol on it, clean it. I'll move on down the road. So, like I said, you got to be really careful nowadays. I come across people, on our adventures from time to time, and Dexter will spot them way before I will. He'll start to sound off and growl and things like that. So I go the other way, and Dexter and I can move through here like a ghost. It's not a problem. I can go unseen through here very, very easily. And not because I'm really good at being unseen, because people are preoccupied with what they're doing. They don't pay any attention to anything else in the environment. And that brings you to situational awareness, and that's why you need to pay attention to things in the environment. If you hear a noise, have a look. Probably nothing, but it's at least worth looking at. But like I said, have a plan. Tell people where you're going, the route you're taking, how long you intend to be out. If you have a buddy, go with a buddy always. 2's good, 3's better, right? Have your cell phones charged up. Even if you had an emergency and you couldn't talk on the cell phone, emergency services can pin it off the towers and get a general location and a place to start looking for you. If you have a dog, take your dog for a walk with you, because a dog, no matter what kind of dog, is a huge deterrent to people. And so you have to remember that if you have a dog. Dexter's just looking at another dog here. Take a dog with you. Should be on lead, because you want to be urban friendly. But they are a huge deterrent, and probably the best house alarm that you could have. I'm going to close with this. You know what? I don't see the neighborhood watch signs anymore. I used to think that was a pretty good program. Now everybody's in the neighborhood. They're connecting on Facebook and WhatsApp, and I think those are great applications. But they're also a great application for sharing information, like, a photo of a suspicious car on the street, suspicious individual on the street. And it doesn't hurt just to snap that photo and just, file it away, because one day you may get a knock on the door by the police canvassing and said, "Hey, have you seen this vehicle?" And you go, "You know what? I saw that about 3 weeks ago, and in fact, here's a picture." What do you know? There's a license plate of it. So I think on those groups where it's nice, to talk about, what functions are going on, and kids going swimming, and, all those activities, we should probably be networking a little bit more about our community safety. So I'll leave it at that. Always be prepared. Victory favors the prepared mind. So I appreciate everything. Again, I got into the office for a little bit today, and we're on those orders right now. We're counting them out, we're putting the labels on them. And so thank you very much for that again. Hopefully all the gear comes in for Wednesday. It's not a lot, about 3 or 4 items, and we'll come back on the Urban Trail and I'll show you kind of what's new and the direction that Urban Trail and polo gear is going to go moving forward. Be more bushcraft, woodcraft type of gear. So again, that's Jimmy Bremner and Dexter the boy on the Urban Trail. Be safe. I'm out.